You know, Sweetie Belle, I'm really glad to see that things haven't changed at all while I was in hospital.
Okay. Sorry if I seemed like I didn't pay attention or something, but why are you bringing this up right now? And out of nowhere, too.
Frankly, to give the viewers a little reminder that I had been gone for quite a while. And equally as long, it seems, since we last showed up in a sketch. That's what I meant by things not changing. The fact that you, me, and Appleroom are always relegated to this side sketch thing Robotus can bring up whenever he doesn't know what else to write. I mean, how many episodes were made ever since our last one?
I'm actually not quite sure. When was the last episode we played a part in?
It was that school episode where Shirley swapped her racism against unicorns out with dragons.
Really? But that was such a long time ago. I feel like we used to get more attention than this.
Nah, I don't think that's true. Maybe this is just a symptom of 15 AI being down right now. Everything feels so far away when you can't keep making sketches.
But isn't this right here a sketch?
It sure is, but have you forgotten that there is nothing preventing Robotus from writing strips beforehand?
Actually, I have, because I'm trying to be a believable character. Seriously, this meta-spouting has got to stop.
Ayo, what's up, my niggas?
What the fuck?
Apple Bloom?
Yeah, how y'all doing?
Fine, I guess. At least up until now.
At the hazard of making a callback, but... Apple Bloom, why are you so black?
'Cause you're racist, that's why, ha ha ha. Nah, but jokes aside, this got a real good reason behind it.
I seriously hope so.
Well, it was some days back when I was looking in the mirror, and that's when I came to a terrifying realization. I'm red-maned. I'm a ginger. And then and there, I realized the sword of Damocles that was hanging over my head.
Because you thought you had no soul?
What? No, fuck your stereotypes.
Then what the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly this here. My coat.
You mean your fur had just become brown or what?
Nah, that I did myself. And let me tell you why. Have you been taking a look at the entertainment industry these last couple years? All them franchises, many of those featuring red-headed characters. I wasn't the only one noticing a certain development concerning characters with this particular attribute.
Oh god, I hope you're not about to say what I think you are.
They all started to get more and more replaced with dark-skinned characters bearing the same name. I think the correct term for that is race swapping.
Really? That's what you're on about? Oh, please, you gotta be kidding us with this.
Oh yeah? James Gordon in the new Batman movie, Maxine Hunkel, Shira Sanders, Starfire in that abysmal Teen Titans series, Kate Kane in Batwoman, April O'Neil from the Ninja Turtles, and of course Jimmy Olsen from Superman. All them characters were redheads, and all of them got replaced with black people. And I didn't even mention everyone I could think of. There certainly has been a pattern in this. In fact, it's become so normalized that most people don't even bat an eye anymore when they see it. It's just become mundane for them because it happens so often.
So you're saying that Robotus decided to change your color too? To make a statement about this trivial topic?
Man, that is some petty shit.
Nah, Robotus ain't got nothing to do with this. I did it myself. Like y'all said, it's meant to be a statement. I didn't want to sit idly waiting and let that happen to me too. So I decided to get ahead of it.
Are you serious? And how does that help your case?
It don't. I ain't so stupid to think I could fight change. Cynically put, maybe this is just the next step of evolution for fictional characters. Each age has its own icons. And right now, minorities are in.
You're making it really hard to take you seriously, you know that?
Indeed. I mean, I can kind of understand your point, and it is true that those characters you named did have their race changed. For reasons that weren't actually reasons.
Yeah, and it might really be a pattern that it always happens to be redheads, but come on! Coloring your coat brown, you think that's gonna change anything? It doesn't even work like that for ponies.
She's right about that. If anything, you'd have had to give yourself stripes and look like a zebra to accurately represent what you mean. Just making yourself look brown doesn't equate to a real-life black person.
Which honestly you can be fucking thankful for, otherwise this shit could be considered blackface.
I know that, of course. Why else you think I went for this? I'm not stupid. I know what's acceptable and what ain't.
Do you, though? Or does Robotus, for that matter? This entire joke seems to be walking on very thin ice.
Nah, I'd say it's thick enough still.
I just hope this doesn't mark the start of your down-spiraling into becoming one of those fucking conspiracy nuts who go on rambling about some planned genocide of white people or some bullshit.
What? Fuck no. I might be stupid, sure, but I ain't that stupid. Still, you can't deny that there's been a pattern in characters getting race swapped.
Yeah, we already acknowledged that. All I'm saying is that your way of going about it with a statement is just fucking stupid. Like, you can't throw some tomato soup on a painting and expect people to get invested in environmental protection.
What fuck's that gonna do with anything?
Nothing, which basically is the point. You're completely missing the mark.
Well, I beg to differ. This race swapping ain't no coincidence, y'all.
Still, there's gotta be some other meaning to that. Besides me taking jabs at the last generation activists.
And it's not like that even really concerns us here in Equestria.
Ain't it now? Then tell me, y'all, when's the last time one of y'all seen Twist?
Twist? Oh, right, Twist! I don't know.
Me too.
Case in point, y'all.
No, wait, hold on just a minute. This doesn't prove that she's been race swapped or some shit. Sure, she might also be a redhead, and it is true that she hasn't really showed up anymore after season 1, but still. We would have noticed that. I mean, some pony should have arrived to take her place, no?
Perhaps, but y'all can't deny that she's been gone for most of the series. For God knows what reason.
Well, in that case, I guess you can start calling me God, because I happen to know what became of her.
Oh, really? Why, ain't that convenient? How come?
Rarity told me about this some time back, before she was thrown out of her club.
Seriously? And in all this time, you never cared to let us know about that too?
Truth be told, no. I simply figured you wouldn't care that much about Twist. And you did never ask about her yourself.
Whatever, just spit it out.
Okay, the reason Twist wasn't in the show anymore was because she had found a different job. She was going all out with her cutie mark and started working in a candy cane factory.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but unfortunately she doesn't work there anymore. Or anywhere for that matter, because there's been an accident.
What else was to be expected? And in what horrifically over-the-top way did she die?
Why y'all gotta assume she's fucking dead, bro?
As if she weren't.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're correct.
Shocker of the year.
She fell onto one of those machines and got grinded up into sugar dust. From what I heard, that incident clouded the entire hall in a dusty red mist.
Jesus fucking Christ. Why does everything always have to be so horrible in this series?
I don't know, man. But you were right, Sweetie Belle. Right now I realize that I was much less depressed when I didn't know about that. I really just shouldn't have cared.
Still, as tragic as this is, I can't help but notice that this turn of events reminded me of something else. To me, it bears a semblance to Max and Moritz.
To what?
Max and Moritz. That's a German illustrated story from the 1800s about two boys being ne'er-do-wells and going around pranking people.
Okay, so I'm gonna be asking the most important question right away. How in the fuck do you know about a German story from the past millennia?
That's simple. Because Rarity had to learn this language in order to fulfill a trope, she started collecting these stories and sometimes translates them to practice. She really puts a lot of work in this throwaway gag, but that's besides. The story tells about 7 pranks those boys pull on several people, causing them mischief and sometimes even almost killing them. In the end, they get caught by a farmer they wanted to prank, and he grinds them up in his mill, turning them to corn, to be devoured by his ducklings. The story ends with nobody mourning or missing them.
Fuck, man, are you serious? Is that a children's story?
Might as well be. Those Germans are a fucked up bunch, and back then even more.
Oh, you don't even know half of it. Ever heard of Struwwelpeter? That's another book containing 10 stories, some of which are pretty fucked up. One about a girl playing with matches and igniting herself to burn to death. Or a boy who doesn't want to eat the soup his parents serve him, but they won't give him anything else, and after 5 days of refusing to eat it, he starves to death. Then there's also one about a kid who won't stop sucking his thumbs despite his mother telling him not to do that anymore. So when she leaves him alone and he starts sucking his thumb again, it comes exactly as one would logically expect. A tailor comes bursting through the door and uses his ridiculously large scissors to cut off both of his thumbs, leaving him maimed for the rest of his life. Just to name a few.
Seriously, why does every German story always have to end with them fucking dying?
I don't think that's primarily a German issue. That's just the time this story was written. Shock value had a much bigger role to play in raising kids. And you might call me an asshole for saying that, but some of them TikTok Zoomers could have maybe used some of the morals taught in these stories. That life ain't pick and choose, and you can't always complain your way to your will. Sooner or later you're gonna hit a wall with that.
Nice, Apple Bloom. I really like how those were your own words and not just what Robotus himself wanted to say.
Okay, so I guess that's that too then. I think this episode is about done now, right?
Good ass.
There's one question I still have, Apple Bloom.
Yeah? What is it?
You're gonna go back to your real color scheme by the next time you show up, aren't you?
Sure I am. I just wanted to prove a point.
Thank you.